We're going to take a look at the new Lofty dashboard, the way they have it set up. Before, there was a lot of different buttons across the top. Now you can see they organize it in the tabs, which may be better or not. I haven't tried enough yet. It just came out, so we're going to find out. The first thing to know, if you now go to the top right and click on your picture, this is your settings now. It used to just be up here at the top, and you could go to settings that way. That's no longer the case. Now you have to actually go here to your top right, click on your picture, then settings to get into your settings and clean it up and add your thing. Other videos, we talk more about that, and then your virtual business card up here. You want to make sure you have that set up as well. Another thing they've changed is, you see, if I go back here, I'm just going to go, for example, to segments. See, there's nothing else here to go and click or across the top. So if I want to go to my CRM section, this is how I find my people, my segments, my task. So if I had any task I needed to do, they're all right there. And also pull up my calendar here and see kind of what's connected here to my calendar. All these are now under your CRM. These are CRM related tasks. Now sales, if you have any listings, it would show right here where your listings are. If you have any showing scheduled, it would show your schedules and show what day you're at and which listings you have scheduled. If you were working on any kind of offers, you could load them up and it would show here, and you can add an offer and do all that here under your sales. Now the marketing, I think it's interesting that they don't have the marketing here, like here, automation, which I can find the right one. Landing pages under content instead of marketing, which I don't agree with, but that's just me. So marketing, you can do your emails, check how they're going. You can go to your social studios. Like for example, if I go here, you can see this agent has everything set up for the next month. We have a service that takes care of that for people. If you're interested, reach out. We can set you up the same way. And then you have marketing set up. You can do that, direct mail people. You can look for, if you want to pay for lead generation, these are all different lead generations you can pay for. And then you can also try to run a local service ad to build your brand. All that's here under marketing. Now content is where you would click it to go to your website. At the top, it used to say websites at the top, and now you're going to go here and open up. And this would be your website now, and you can do the other settings the same. That's under content. This is also your landing pages. If you have any built, they'll be here ready to go. As you can see, there's a bunch here ready to go. And then you can go through and build out your landing pages and do it there under content. Also, the Lofty Presents is here. This is where you can go through and see, you can do a report. You can make a presentation, like a listing presentation. It'll also go through and help you do a CMA. It gives you see incomplete report, and you want to finish that, you can. And you can go through here again under content, Lofty Presents. This is also where you find the open house form. And then here you go through the open house. I have other videos on this, walking you through the other videos talking about how to do it, the better best practices. And that's where they are there. Now, if you go to the design center, this is where you can build your brand, some flyers, some postcards. Like if I know that, for example, I know Christmas is coming, I can go to Christmas and I can pick a postcard and then I can design it and going through. So that's all here in your content. Now your automation is where your smart plans are. So here are your smart plans. If you don't have any, like my smart plans here, the ones that are loaded, you need to watch the other video and I'll walk you through that. Auto property alerts. We can set up property alerts, your MLS drip campaign, market snapshot, just a quick review of the market report, and in-depth review of the market. So that's right there on the automation. If you go to home report, this lets you build a report of what's happening for a certain property. It gives you a little bit, up, like it says right here, you get up to 5 active home reports on their free trial, then you have to pay for more. But it does give you some decent ones. You want to add a home and you can go through, check out the property, and you can talk about the home, what it's worth, and get you all that data. It's a cool feature. It's pretty neat. If you go to text codes, what this is, if you add, you can put a virtual number. If you don't have one, you can pick one. And then when you have your virtual number, you can actually build writers for your leads. So if people say, text new home to such and such, and you can put that on your leads. We do another video on talking about text codes. Now, reporting and marketplace are the same. When you go to reporting, this tab just shows you like how you've been. If you have missing any guided steps, you can add it to member here. So if you wanted to add somebody up, See, I don't have any seats, so I can't add a member because I have the free version. For Jay does, I'm using this one here. And then Marketplace, of course, is where you go if you want to purchase different things from Lofty. So it has all this other stuff you can get done, you can pay for. It has some shortcuts like the print house, anything that you want to try. This is all paid stuff. And that's the shortcut in here. So now we have this kind of organized differently a little bit, but it's still kind of set up a way. So there's not quite so many buttons across the top. So it's a little easier, hopefully, for people to navigate. And again, top right is where you pick on your pictures. You go to your setting, where you do a lot of your setting stuff. The other big one is in your content is how you get to your website. That's the biggest changes to find those two. Hope that helps. Talk to you soon.